My phone is almost dead. So I need this cord to stay here. Okay, let me see if I can find me and see if this whatnot thing is working. Because we're gonna do a little creating, which I haven't done yet. I'm excited. That makes me so excited. So it was weird because I didn't have it scheduled and I didn't know you can't just hit the live button. You have to actually schedule it first and then go live. So that's what I thought I would do. And I think whatnot is trying to catch up. So I was just on Facebook creating. Yeah, there it is. Dang, that is just interesting learning these things about whatnot. Okay, so I was just live on Facebook and created these out of paper scraps, these note cards. And I was asking the ladies, we kind of got to this because I asked the ladies on Facebook, you know, I make these to put into, they are a order insert. So when people place an order on my website, thecompinesswithgrace.com, I include a handmade note card or something of that effect. Usually it's a note card. So something handmade. I don't write on it. I send it to them because we are paper crafters, scrapbookers, junk journalers, so that they can use it however they want, whether they use it as a gift insert or they use it in their junk journal. I just don't write in it so that they can actually use it. So anyway, I was making these and asked the girls, would you be interested in me putting these in one of my whatnot sales? And some of them said yes. I said, well, I'm going to keep creating because my goal was to make about 30 of these today. And I only got through about half of my note cards. So I'm going to start creating again, put these off to the side. I'm actually going to put them right there. They can sit and hang out while I create some more. And I just thought, let's do it on whatnot. I've not had a creative live on whatnot yet, so I thought I'd come on over. Oh, look at Jenny Lou came on over. Thanks for being here. Hey, Shannon, how are you? And then there's What's Shannon. Hello, Shannon Moz and What's Shannon. How are you? Where are you guys coming in from? Please tell me. So what I did, and I'm just going to kind of repeat what I did there earlier. I might move a little faster, but paper scraps. I have a lot. If you're a paper crafter, you probably have lots of these like I do. So paper scraps. I went through my paper scraps bin and I separated out like pieces that were too small to do anything with. But then the bigger pieces, like this was a scrap in my paper bin. When I folded in half, that would make a great little note card. So I took all the ones that are big enough and laid them out so that I could make note cards out of them. Okay, so we're going to lay these out and we're going to start covering them up with paper. We're going to collage with paper and fabric and put a focal point on. What did I just do? I just lost you guys over here on the corner. I need to have this open on my laptop so I can see the comments. And you'll just kind of see my process. So maybe it'll inspire you to use up some of your paper scraps. Maybe you just want to hang out and kind of find out what I do over at the Comfy Nest with Grace. Maybe you're just sitting on the couch and you're bored, or you're at work and you have some free time and you're allowed to just kind of hang out and listen in while you're working. Any way you come at me, I'm happy you're here. All right, look at this paper. It was fabulous. I actually cut it in half. I cut it in half because that was the paper scrap, and then folded it in half so I could get 2 note cards out of that. Those are fabulous. All right, see what I do here? That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Some of them are kind of small. I'm going to put those off, the smaller ones off to the side. Let's do it. I'm just hanging out while fabric dyeing and making bundles. Awesome. Jimmy Lou, am I following you here on Whatnot yet? No, now I am. Now I am. I'm trying to make all the friends over here. I really am trying to be a friend and have all the friends. Jimmy Lou, are you selling on Whatnot yet? Because if you are, please share what your schedule is. Like if you have a show coming up, please do share it. We're just going to start laying stuff down. Please share it in the group, or not in the group, in the live. See this one, because it's so busy, it is really nice to put something like that's muted. It still has a pattern on it, but it's more muted. So I like to put that on top there to kind of tone down that busyness. This is just, I don't know what, I think I was making junk journal pages and I was cutting them down So I think I have a lot of this left over from making junk journal pages. This is mixed media paper and tonal gray paper. Mixed media paper. My accent's coming out. My Boston is coming out. So we're going to use these big. If you have a lot of these strips of paper, it's a great collaging with them is a great way to use up these big scraps of paper that you have. Let us use one on here, maybe. I even kept. Do you see that's perforated? That's the extra. I would call it the salvage of the paper world. So on 12 by 12 decorative scrapbook paper, especially when you buy them in paper pads, sometimes they have that. You just pull it off. I'm leaving it on because I like the band. I like that it gives me that band. Excuse me, I got a cough going on. Not selling yet. You should give it a try. It is so easy, Jimmy Lou. Like you will be convinced once you do your first sale as a seller. Oh my goodness, it is so easy compared to selling on Facebook. All right, we're just placing stuff down. These were from Louise Heinzel. I bought a printable from her. I think that was from a printable from Louise. Excuse moi. And it's just leftover. See, now this is from the same paper pack as this. Brown paper with vintage words and then some glitter stuff on top. It's so cool. maybe I will use this here actually because the colors do match. They jive pretty well. And then we'll use this somewhere else. And you know what I'm going to start doing? I'm just going to start gluing down because does anybody use a glue pen? Can you tell me, friends? I found these in my stash. I've had them for a really long time. Zig Memory System 2-way glue. It works so amazing on paper. I can't even believe that I've had this for so long and I haven't really used it. Does anybody have I'm actually like now that I've used it a little bit, I'm like, man, I don't want that. And I have had this 7, 8, 9, I don't know, years and years and years I've had this. Okay. I don't know why I bought it. I don't know why I never used it, but it's been sitting in my stash. It's still juicy. It still has plenty of glue and it works great. I don't know if you can still get these, but does anybody use a glue pen like this? Because this thing is amazing. I was remembering, like I was put them in my stash with the glues that I use regularly to remind myself to start using them because it works really, really, really well. Surprisingly well. Hey, Whimsical Birdie, I love your name. Thanks for being here. I am creating today. It looks like, oh, and then Mickabee. Oh gosh, you guys, I have to tell you, if you're coming in new here, I'm kind of new to Whatnot. I started selling in the fall, so I've only had about 6 or 8 shows, maybe. I love it here. I do love it. I've been on Facebook and YouTube for, oh gosh, I don't know, 7, 8, 9 years. I don't know, a long time. But I'm just learning Whatnot and loving it. But I've got to start. I would like to start. This is my very first Create with Me kind of live. And it was kind of impromptu. I wasn't planning this, but here I am. And I'm excited to start creating. So if you watch creators, or if you are a creator and you create regularly on Whatnot, give yourself a shout out or give your favorite creator a shout out because I'd like to meet more creatives on Whatnot who are creating and selling because I shopped all morning. I mean, I hate to even think about how much I spent this morning. I was buying linens and lace, both for myself and for my girls, because I've been selling craft supplies for, like I said, 7, 8 years. I don't know. I have a website, thecompanynestwithgrace.com, where you can buy craft supplies, craft kits. I've had it all. Workshops, all the things, but Whatnot is new to me. So I'm really happy to make acquaintances with all of you here at Whatnot. Please give yourself a shout out though, or your page, because I like the friendliness, that like the no competition friendliness of Whatnot, how we do support each other so much with that. by encouraging each other. Like if you have an auction today or coming up, shout it out in the comments. Shout out to me. But my favorite on here is Jimmy Little. You're so cute. I was reading it like, oh, who's her favorite? You mentioned me. That is hilarious. I was totally gullible right that minute. I was reading it like, oh, she's gonna tell me someone new. But I appreciate you so much. Okay, this is from Jimmy Lou too, I think. And that actually could almost become its own. It's supposed to be a tag. I didn't cut it great. I was being my normal impatient self. But I think that this could become a little note card in itself. So let's get it on there. Switching glues. We're switching glues. This is a little bit more of a thicker, it's on a white cardstock that I printed it. So it's a little bit thicker. I'm going to go with a glue that I know is going to work. Okay, this one too. This one's a little thicker and it's a little bit concave. I don't know why, but it's, a little bit turned into itself. So I'm going to use a thicker glue here. This one works great, but it's really thin. I just can't believe I found this in my stash recently. So I thought I'd ask you girls, anybody use a glue pen that you love? Because I'm loving that one. Okay. So I should almost these all have something on them already. I should almost set them aside because I do like working in phases here. We're going to do a little collaging with paper and fabric scraps, and then we're going to add focal points, and then we'll add some phrases. So I do it kind of that's kind of cool together, in a sequence. And I try to keep it really simple because the idea is to use up your paper scraps making pretty things that are usable. Okay, let's use up our paper scrap to make pretty things that are useful and usable to you. If you are a junk journaler, please give me a shout out in the comments. I'm trying to meet other junk journalers. Junk journaling is in the realm of paper crafting, but I don't do lots of other paper crafting necessarily. Like I don't make paper flowers. I may have done it once before, but I don't do that on the as a normal activity. I have got to start. I've planned on starting my son's scrapbook. It's so terrible. He's 17. He's graduating this year. And my other son graduated last year from high school. And at his graduation open house, I want to use this. I don't want to waste that. So I'm going to find a place for this somewhere. Let's just put it on. I had his first year. So his first baby, it's a baby scrapbook at his open house because I had already done it. Gannon on the other side, my younger son, I haven't done one for him yet. I have his stuff gathered up. I just haven't done it. So I've got to start. I really would love to have that done for him. Poor child doesn't have an infant book. He doesn't have one. Hey, Birdie777, you're a junk journaler. What's Shannon? Are you a seller too? I'm going to come follow you. I got to find you and follow you. So I got to click on you. Oh, follow back. I'm following. Hold on. I'm following you now. Now we be friends. Now we be friends. I'm so glad to make your acquaintance. Thanks for being here. Thank you, friend. Yeah, I'm having more fun on Whatnot. The only thing I will say, has anybody figured out with Whatnot? It blows up. I have my notifications are on. Oh, here's some painted paper. I don't throw any bits of painted paper out. It's just too fabulous. It's just too good. It's just too good. Has anybody figured out how to get some notifications, but not like every 2-second notifications and whatnot? Because dang, I'm like trying to do something and my phone just keeps blowing up with notifications about Whatnot. Now, what did I do here? Look at this. I told you it was kind of concave. I didn't put any glue on the edges. That's what I did. I could take this to my machine and do a little stitching too. That would be super pretty fun. All right, I think all of them, nope, these two need a little pizzazz added on. Let's go really plain here. And then we can add, I don't want to cover up that beauty right there. So let's do this. Yep, yepper. That way I don't have to cover up that blue glitter. Oh, the other thing about Whatnot, there is no horizontal format on Whatnot, which when I'm creating, I love to create on YouTube, on Facebook with the camera angle in a horizontal format. I just feel like you can see so much more. It's not allowed here. So I'm sorry when I'm out of screen, it's not intentionally. And the lighting is not real good. Hang tight. We're going to change that too. What's Shannon having your first show in a couple of weeks? Does that make it any better? I just shut off the overhead light. Can you tell it? Is it already in your? Do you have a show already? Can we go bookmark it? Changing my ring light here. We're trying to make it a little easier for you to see what I'm doing. Chitty chat with me in the comments. And tell me, girls, in the creative world, oh, do tell. Oh, pray do tell. What are your favorite things that you're looking for, like to buy on Whatnot? Do you go on to Whatnot looking for a particular thing, like books, magazines, old postcards, like, or are you just floating around, with no like absolute intention, just kind of hanging out? I do a lot of hanging out, but then I find a lot of things to buy. That's just me. But I'm curious about you. How does it work for you? Do you go on Whatnot looking for particular things? I also love home decor, so I do buy a lot of home decor stuff on Whatnot. Plates and vases, and I love buying planters because I told my husband, I think I'm into plants now. I got to get a hobby now that my kids are going to be leaving the house. Well, Landon's already at college and Gannon will be there next year. So they'll both be 90 miles away from me. Thankfully, they're going to the same college, University of North Dakota, 90 miles away, but we are going to be empty nesters. So I adopted this plants, indoor house plant. I'm paying more attention to them. I'm not a green thumb. I've always said I'm not a green thumb. I can't keep them alive, but I am paying more attention. I'm watching YouTube videos about plants, kind of adopted this as the thing that I do. So I do like buying when I find unique containers for my potted plants. I am happy to do that. But what are you guys looking for? You can't film in landscape on Facebook? Why not, Jimmy Lou? Do you have a Samsung? Is it your phone or camera? I wonder why. Hugs and kisses. I love that name. Oh my gosh, thanks for being here. That is so fun. Mama Don rocks. Hey, hi. Thanks for being here. We are Birdie777. Thanks for saying hello. I appreciate you guys. Okay, we got some bases done here. I'm not loving this one. I'm gonna find a piece of fabric. Look at the inside. I should have done that the other way. Oh well. I'm not gonna fit much on there, right? There's not a lot of room. But let's do something here because I'm not really oh, that's even better. I'm not really loving this one. We're gonna cut this down. I know it's already bitty, but we're gonna cut it a little more itty bitty. Oh, actually, I don't know if it's gonna let me do such an itty bitty piece. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, we're layering. We're layering here. We're layering. I think I will do glue stick on this guy. You have a Samsung, that's why. Darn it. We got to get you over to the iPhone world. My husband still uses a Samsung. I had a Samsung and I loved it. I absolutely loved it, and I was so irritated that I switched over to iPhone, but I had iPads at the time and I was going live, and I knew how much easier it is when you have other products, Apple products, to work everything together. So I switched, and now I can't imagine going back. Like, which team are you on? Are you team Android or are you a team Mac? What? Let's have a little poll in the comments here. It does matter in terms of sharing on social media because I personally think that Apples are way easier to use. Okay, I want to add this one's still pretty big. It has a lot of room. There's a piece of painted paper, but I don't like the shape. I like the colors though. we did something like that. No, I don't think. Maybe we need to do one more cut. Yeah. Let's just see. Yeah, I think I'm doing that. I just knocked over my glue. I better pick it up because I just filled this bottle and I don't need it spraying all over my table. This one, I think I need to add something else to just tone that down like I did here. To tone down the plaid. As much as I like it, we need to just decide which way this guy's going and tone it down a little. I almost cut my hand right there. You silly girl. What you thinking? Silly girl. Hey, Jen, how are you? We're creating today. Hey, Katie, are you guys paper crafters? Come on in. Say hello to me and the small crew who's here. I was just live on Facebook for an hour making note cards out of scraps of paper mainly, but we're adding some fabric too. And the conversation brought us over to Whatnot. Like we were talking about Whatnot. And I said, you know what? I want to do some more of these cards because I already have the bases prepped. So I'm going to run over to Whatnot and do it. And invited everybody to come on over and hang out. So thanks for being here. Are you a paper crafter? What kind of crafting do you do? Do you like? All right. I think this one I'm seeing, I think I would like to put something more in there. And let's try to find a fabric. It's kind of unusual. Yep, let's do that. We'll just make it easy. We're not going to make this too hard. We're going to enjoy the process. Have fun with it. This little blue can go away though. It's like such a good stash buster for all those paper scraps. If you keep paper scraps, do you keep them? I love your little frog, Jen. So cute. So cute. All right, now focal points. Although this one may be one more piece of something. I do not want to cover that up. What if I put something in here? I have itty bitty bits, just a couple of these sitting over here. Little, well, here's a brown. No, it's two, this little teal blue piece. Kind of matches. Let's do it there. Okay, we made some use out of something there. This lends itself to wanting to be sewn on. So because it's got so many holes in it. So you want to make sure it really stays in place. I want to let that dry. I probably will run that through my machine here in a minute because I got my sewing machine right next to me. Okay, let's start looking at focal points for these. So this one already has a focal point. Let's see about adding to this one. This has a little bit of purple. I know you probably, sometimes, when I'm buying trims and stuff, someone will say, this is light blue. And I'm like, thinking to myself, it looks gray on the screen. So I do try to name out the colors because it's like, this probably doesn't look like it matches, but I promise you, well, thankfully that fell the right way. That has a purple middle to that flower and the base of this is purple. So it does match. I promise you. I promise you. Gosh, the lighting is terrible though. Okay, let me see if I can get this light going. Hang tight, girls. Now, this is a test. I have not done this before. I'm going to try to plug in another light and just see if I can get this one to come over a little more toward you because the lighting is not, it looks so filtered or something. Doesn't it look like so dark or something? What is going on with this? This, especially right down here. Why is it so dark? What's going on? If I move you up, you see less of my table, so that's not good. Well, this is a good little test. I brought a ring light over, but it's not helping in the least. Hang tight. We're going to move it. Thank you for being patient. we're creating today. I will sell some of these or auction them off if somebody wants them. But seriously, I was really looking to just make them because I include there. That's a little better, is it? I include these in all the orders from my website when people order. Okay, so paper scraps I might be done with. The only thing is I did grab out all of my embossed papers and I haven't used any of them and I should have, right? That's why I pulled them out. Oh my gosh, it adds so much, right? Yes, let's add a couple of pieces of embossed paper just because we got them, we want to use them. Hey Sandy, how are you, friend? Hey Stacy. And then is it Rebecca? Rebecca. Hi. Diamond Creations. Hello, hello. I'm creating today. We're creating I Am Willing. Oh, wait a minute, girls. We got a double note card here. That was unintended. How stinking funny is that? This is going to be a double note card. We're leaving it because we like it. I could tear off the top, but I'm not going to do that. All right, let's see. Anything else need a little something something? I think you need a little something something. And that is so pretty. But no, like that maybe, but smaller. Yes, we like it. We like it like that. Oh, I forgot. Listen, we get to listen to music on Whatnot. That is a thing that is not a thing on YouTube and Facebook. Oh my goodness, I forgot. All right, let's find some focal points. That's the next thing. Focal point, schmocal point. Now, it takes me a while to go through my die cuts. So I'm not going to, I did those over on Facebook and I'm not going to do them again. Okay. These are all die cuts. When I was just live on Facebook, these are all die cuts. And it just takes a few minutes to like go through and find them. So I'm going to go to the Tim Holtz people because honestly, they're my faves. Number one. And second of all, I have about a gazillion to share. Now, I do have a few florals that could be really pretty. I actually quite love that. That is one big, huge, beautiful floral. Oh my word. We are definitely going to have to reinforce the glue on this to make sure it really sticks. I don't want any mishaps here, but that is beauteous. OMG. Where are you guys all coming in from? I live in North Dakota. My business is The Comfy Nest with Grace. You'll find me, my website is The Comfy Nest with Grace, my YouTube, my Facebook, all the same, The Comfy Nest with Grace. You can find me all those places. I normally create on Facebook and YouTube. My private membership group is on Facebook, where we craft together on a very regular basis, and we do like napkin swaps and artist trading card swaps and junk journal events in that group. So that's where you mostly find me live, but I thought today I would try, oh, that's funny together. I would try to be live here and just check it out because I haven't done it before. Now that is really cute on there. These two. Wow, let's use these up. I forgot I even had them. I know they're not Tim Holtz people, but if you bear with me. Now this has like no glue behind it. What's up with that? You're just going to be blowing in the breeze there if I don't glue you down, friend. These two are so cute together. We need extra glue. Come on, just a little smish. Swish. I have such technical art terms when I create. Just a little smidge of glue, please. Bring it. Bring it. All right, there's that. I should not let these go to waste, right? I mean, there's just a few left. It's nice that it's unclear. Let's do it. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Hey, Janie. You guys, if you have shows coming up, go ahead and shout them out in the comments. I have no problem with that. I'm happy to have your company here. I'm happy if you are a creative, or even if you're not. Let us know who you are, what you do, when your shows are, if it's a sale, or are you creating live? What are you up to? What's your world all about? Please share. Let's make connections. There we go. Now it's sticking. I knew I put glue on there. All right. These, I'm just going to do it because they were together in the, on here. So let's put that one there. And I'm actually, there'll be one more step after this. These aren't completely done. Likely one more step, but let's use these up so they don't get wasted. I'm going to put this here. I'm going to put this here. No, it's too much. Let's go down here. And then this little guy, wow, it's exciting that we used all those up. I don't know that I want him on purple, so I'm going to put him there. All right. We're in good shape. We just got 3 done with that stuff. Now, we're going to the Tim Holtz Peeps. The Tim Holtz Peeps. And there are loads of them in my stash. Ephemera show, an ephemera show on Friday night. Join me. Charlie says, are you a junk journaler? Scrapbooker? And is your show, can we bookmark it now? If people go, I can coach them through how to go to your profile if it's there. And let me know if your show is built up on your schedule already. I can coach everybody how to go on and bookmark your show for ephemera. And is it vintage ephemera? Wow, I'm finding out that Whatnot has quite a lot of different, it's quite a variety of what people would call ephemera. And I just say people would call because what ephemera is to me may be different to somebody else. It's nothing bad about it. It just is what it is. Look at this little cutie pie. Are you kidding me with how cute she is? Oh, jeez, I like you. These ladies. They're in the port of Miami. Oh, she's got to go here. She's just too cute for words. Girlfriend, we're going to give you a place to live. Oh, no, wait, this is supposed to be this way, but actually, does it matter, Gracie? I don't think it really matters. We're gonna go with my original instinct, which is to do this. And then we'll add a little more to this in a minute. You can totally bookmark it. Still loading stock. Great old paper and books. Okay, I'm doing it right now, girls. What you want to do is you want to hover over Charlie's Place Designs. You can actually click on her name. You can follow from there, and you can also go to her profile, and this will not kick you out of the Whatnot broadcast, this live broadcast. So you go to her profile and then click on her shows, and then you can bookmark the shows that she has, which I am doing right now. Bookmark 1. You're doing Christmas in July? She's got one set up for July 5th for Christmas in July. So fun, because then you'll get a little notification saying that her live is going on when it starts. You're welcome. You're welcome. So that's how you do it. I'm kind of new here, so I'm talking my followers from YouTube and Facebook through how to do that. So if you are new to Whatnot, girl, I get it. Like, it took me months to figure out how this thing worked over here. It was not, it's so different than the other social media sites. So I figure I'll just try to explain what I can. All right, let's pull a few of these out and see what we get. Now, this one could go either way. And we need little peeps though on here, right? Oh, look at these 2 cutie pies. Yes, ma'am. Yes, we love you. You are so cute. I love these photos are like people who existed at some point. They're copyright-free photos that Tim Holtz has turned into die cuts. Anybody can use them anywhere. There's nobody has ownership of them. Likely, that's what these are. So, but these people did exist at some point. Those were someone's darling little children. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at these girls. Looks like mom and daughter. I have lots of cards to fill here, so I have no, oh, let's put a bigger one on there. I think they belong with a little bit of fabric. We're going to put them right here, and then we can do something else right there. This one opens up that way. Spreading out that glue. Yes, girls. Looking all pretty in your dresses. I still have another whole thing to do with these, but I'm throwing them off to the side once I've got their focal point in place. Look at these pretties. Every single one of them has a floral corsage on the front of her dress, and I'm sure it's not a prom. I mean, maybe it is. That's just the way they dressed back then. I'm like, I feel dressed up when I get a pair of jeans on. I'm in leggings most days. So when I get a pair of jeans on, I'm like, ooh, I got dressed for you. My husband's like, oh, you're all dressed up. It's very, very rare. I mean, I can't remember the last time I had occasion to wear a formal dress. What about you guys? All right, he's a little guy, and I have a couple of little cards off to the side here that are waiting for some attention. So I could have him. He needs to sit on something though. Like he's sitting clearly, so he needs to be sitting on something. I don't think he's right for this. The sitting peoples can be a challenge. She's standing and leaning. So she works there. So let's put her here. These ones that are in a position where they're leaning or sitting on something. A little more challenging. Oh, wait, though. This is going this way. So she will work right there. Okay, we got some more peeps. Look at this guy. Woo! He's holding the flag. Thank you for your service, sir. He's too small for any of this because now we're getting bigger. Let's find one for this little one out of this little pack. And then we'll have to go to some bigger ones. And I don't mind at all. Like, see how his head comes up over? I don't mind that at all. That doesn't faze me in the least. I think it's actually quite cool. So we're going to stick this dude down in all his glory. My niece's wedding is the last time I wore a dress. I have not been in a dress in a few years. Karen, so when was that? Hi, Karen. I'm so glad you're here. How long ago was it, Karen? I'm just curious. My niece's wedding, too. Actually, my niece got married. Like, I think she's been married 3 or 4 years now. Jeez. We just don't have occasion, right, to wear formal dresses. I have to go up a size. These are the Tim Holtz minis, I think. I don't know that they're called minis. I call them minis. I need to go up a size in the people because these are just a little bit too small for the cards that I have left. And he doesn't need, I would say he is a focal point. So I'm going to put him aside. I'm looking for focal points for these. I have these too. These have little phrases on them. So this would actually be my last step. Simple pleasures are life's treasures. That would be my last step. I still have to find the people. The people. Let's see, maybe there's some in here that are big enough. Now we're getting to the big ends. Yep, like that. Yes. This one has, you can see it's the Magi on their camels, which I could try to cover it up completely and just obscure that. Oh, these are all a little bit too big. Now they're not too big, but I don't want camels behind them. So I better find one more thing to put down on here. And do I have a piece of this left? Because we don't need them to be competing with the camels, right? I think I actually need a bigger piece of that. Something like that. Hi, Tiff Tiff. How are you? Doxy, how are you? Princessa. Welcome, welcome, you guys. We're creating note cards from scraps of paper today, and I'm on the several steps to doing this. but I'm on the step, and I just did this on literally just did this on Facebook for a little while and made the first set, and I wanted to finish them up. I wanted to get about 30 done. So I'm working on the second set. Yeah, see that works. Although now it feels rather plain to me. So let's see if I can find a piece of fabric or something. I like that more. Yep, I like it a little more. So now we're putting the focal points on, and then next I'll add some phrases to these, and then they'll be done. And if anybody's interested, I certainly can auction some of them off, but I make them when I run out, I make more because I include them in every order on my regular website and my Shopify store. I include one in every order. Okay, let's do it. They are so cute. So, so cute. I'm getting hungry. What time is it? What time is it where you are? Oh gosh, it is lunchtime where I am. It's noon here. It's noon where I live. But I know you guys are coming from all over the country. The wedding was September, but it was the only dress in my closet. It must have been 10 years since I wore a dress, probably at my girl, Karen, I mean, good that you still fit in it. If you hadn't, it's 10 o'clock where you are, Farmer's House, Rescue Plus, fun name. It's been that long since you wore a dress and you still fit in it, man, you're doing good, friend. Good for you. Kudos to you. I'll tell you what, I have about 40 pounds I got to lose, girls. About 40 pounds. Menopause added weight that I would love to not have on me. It's like I feel like I eat like a bird anymore, and yet the weight just sticks around. Oh, I didn't realize I still have these two sitting here. I put them away, and I probably shouldn't have. Look at her. She's too big for that, but I love her. Little boy with his huge dog. Not with that lace. Doesn't fit. These two little buttes. Yep, I like them. And then for this one, I have this double door thing going on. So I got to find something that's short, like horizontal. Yeah, probably. Unless I decide to take that little flap off there. They look like they're sitting on something, which is hilarious. Yes, they fit. We're doing it. I mean, don't overthink it, girls. Why torture yourself? Oh my gosh, they're so cute. Yes, I love these Dimples people. I don't know. Do they make me giddy? Anybody else get happy when you get to play with these people? I'm going to put them over a little bit because I don't want that piece of paper like right behind her head because it makes it hard to see her whole face. So I'm going to position it so that she's far enough over where this piece of paper isn't distracting from her gorgeous little face. Okay, we're on to the next step. I got to glue these girls down, and then we're going to add some phrases. Her face actually did get cut out. Tim Holtz, you cut her face. Part of her chin is missing. That's so sad. I didn't do it. That's how she came to me. She's broken, but we still love her, right? We love you with your broken chin and all, friend. No judgments here. I'm going to put them way over here. Hey guys, thanks for being here. These are Tim Holtz people. You can get them from Hobby Lobby. Like any craft store. Tim Holtz Ideology Dolls. That's the name of that one. This one, I usually get them from Hobby Lobby or Michael's. Poses. Although I did hear from some friends. All right, listen, I live 90 miles. Oh, they're getting crooked on me. I live 90 miles away from any of those stores. So I have to do all my shopping online. I live in a small town in North Dakota. The only store we have is Walmart. We have a Dollar Tree, but in both of those stores in my local town, the craft supplies are incredibly limited. So I do all my shopping online. But the ladies who shop at, if you're here and you shop at Hobby Lobby and Michael's on the regular, one of them just got rid of all the Tim Holtz, didn't they? Or did both of them? So you might have to go, if you just Googled Tim Holtz paper dolls, I bet you could go to the shopping tab on Google and find other stores that would have them. These are wanting to pop up for some reason. Good reason to have these clippies on hand, girls. We're gonna clip these girls down because they, for some reason, they just want to be popping up right now. All right, in the meantime, let's get some phrases going on some of these. I'm gonna put the Tim Holtz people aside. You can hear me rolling around in here. And I'm gonna grab my folder of words and we're gonna start getting some phrases on these. You are the best thing. I love that phrase. You are the best thing. All right, let's cut out just a whole row of these and see if we can use some of these. Nobody is perfect. They have to be scaled right, Like I don't mind that on there. So I'll just start laying some of these down and seeing, if they go with the flow with these note cards. What are you doing with the cards? Oh, Irene, hello and welcome. I generally put one of these in each of the orders as an order insert on my website, thecomfynestwithgrace.com, where I sell craft supplies, craft kits, that kind of stuff. But I did say that if anybody here is interested in some of them, I will absolutely auction these off like a half a dozen at a time here. If anybody right now wants some of them. I love making them. I do it maybe once every few months. I make them for my store. But I'm kind of new to Whatnot, so I thought I'd go live creating just to be here, hang out with people, get to know you guys, hopefully meet some new creatives, just new cool people, and hopefully inspire you to use up your paper and fabric crafts, not crafts, crafts. You are the best thing, dude. You are. He's so funky looking. That was a printable that I got from Louise Heinzel, our German creative friend. I think I'm gonna go middle of the road here. We're gonna go right there. Like, how fun. How fun. Let's just start sticking them down. Let's not overthink. Nobody's perfect. You girls, remind us of that, okay? Nobody perfect. I try not to overthink them too much. I think that's like it, for me, part of the creative life is doing it. It's my therapy. That's why my private group is called the Craft Therapy Club, because I think that creating should be relaxing and fun and enjoyable. I don't think it should ever be stressful or difficult or a chore. So that's why I named that group that. And I'll always encourage you guys when you create to do it out of the love of creating, not out of obligation, not out of like pressure or any of that, I covered some craft paper and seller gave me a homemade thank you card to give someone sweet surprise. Yeah, Karen, isn't it? You feel that, Kathy? Yeah, I'm with you, friend. Now, this doesn't have a lot of room actually for a phrase, but if I did put one, I'd have to find something really small. So this is kind of a smaller set of stickers. So let's see if we can find something. Be brave is just teeny tiny. Oh yeah, it fits just perfectly right there. Be brave. There's just so little. Here, this is another little one. Let's see. Do your best. Do your best, little girl. I always tell my boys, as my poor son, he's 17 and he has a 10-page paper and like another, I don't know, 5-page paper to write this week. An English one and one for DECA. He's in DECA and he's doing a 10-page project for DECA. And and he's like, Mom, I'm just so stressed. I usually don't have this much work all at one time. It's only because of DECA, which is an extracurricular activity, that I'm feeling this way. But I said, kid, just do your best. It's okay. Just do what you can. It's all going to be okay. So I'm putting do your best with this little chickadee. We're reminding the children it's okay. As long as you really are trying, that's all we can ask of you. Okay. Peace, awaken, clarity, cherish. Rise up, beautiful. Oh yeah, rise up, beautiful. It's got to go on one of these, and I'm going to try to get a torn. Oh, maybe I don't need a torn edge on the bottom here if I'm going to put this here. Does it fit? Oh my word, it might just fit, girls. We might just get it. When you freely craft, the end result always comes out the best. Kathy, isn't it true? Like when your heart is just into it, right? When your heart and head can catch up with each other and just be into it, where you're like really enjoying the process. Look at how cute she is. Yep, that's going there. We're doing it, friends. We're sticking her down. Don't overthink it. Now, her little photo wants to come off this glue on my fingers. Wants to come up off this card. So we have to do a little homework here. See? Right there? What are you doing there, friend? Oh, I know. It's stuck to the paper it's stuck to the blue, but it's not sticking to this, and that's why it did that. So let's get a little more glue. Wipe off the extra. Oh, she's so cute. Look at her little teddy vial. Oh, little teddy vial. I love it. Okay, we need some more. This one could use a little one. So I have some of these as well, and this color would go really well with this. Here we go. Find pure joy. These are always great to have on hand, especially when it's a printable that you either purchase, or sometimes some creatives give them away for free. Like all the members of my membership club get my printables for free, and I have several ones with words on them. I have a couple that are artist trading card, the backs of artist trading cards. So they just get them for free because they're members. But they're not expensive. Usually just a couple of bucks to buy the printable file. That way you can reprint them and use them over and over again. Okay, these ladies, I'm going to use C'est La Vie, and I'm going to cut it down smaller than it's even intended. C'est La Vie. I don't know what that means. Who speaks French that can tell us what C'est La Vie means? C'est La Vie. I think I'm saying it right. And will this fit here? It sure does. It sure is. Adorbs. Hey, thanks. Paper and Create. Hazy Ames Paper and Create. Cool name. Cool name. I am really trying to get to know more folks over here on Whatnot and get to know your names. Sometimes the way the names come out and the usernames, I don't always piece together the letters in the right order, or say it the right way. So if I ever get your name wrong, oh, forgive me, please, friends. Forgive me. It's not intentional, I promise. Okay, here, she has a lot of space this way, but not a lot of space this way. Same here. So we're going to have to go to the little set for him for sure. Good vibe. Take the risk. This guy's a risk taker. We're going to say take the risk. Now, you could come across this with your ink. I kind of like the contrast of the bright white, because it really makes the words pop off the card front. But you could always I always say muck it up. Like you could always come in with some distress ink and distress that a little bit and color it up a little, or a marker, or whatever you don't have to have inks. We don't have to get all fancy here. We don't have to be fancy pantsy. We can just be using our regular old markers to do that. Okay. I'm feeling like this is going to need something more substantial to show up. Show up. Let's do Sunshine on My Mind. This is one of my printables that you can get from my website. I like to leave a little more space in between the words. I printed this on like, oh, the paper I sell in my shop too. This is handmade paper. I like to leave a little more room so that you can, if you want to have a nice big chunky border around your words on your project, you can. When they're super tight together, there's just no option for that. Yeah, we're making this big, and I'm just going to narrow it up a little bit right here. Take about a quarter of an inch off. This is almost like a fabric, this paper. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, girl, you got sunshine on your mind. Me too. I live in North Dakota. It's very gray today. It's going to be 12 degrees. And I said to myself, actually, 12 degrees is way better than 30 below, which it was the other day. So our treadmill is broken. So if I'm going to go out for a walk, today would be the day in 12-degree weather. Isn't that crazy? And it's gray. So sunshine is on my mind. It was my girlfriend Karen's birthday, and I messaged her yesterday. I said, "Happy birthday. I hope you're having the best day." And she said, "I am. I'm in Texas and it's 85 degrees." I was like, "Oh," I said to her, "Tell the sun I said hello." Oh, I love her. I do. I love her. She's got a little bit of a white showing from that back. I'm just going to take, I mean, girls, it's as my quilting instructor, when I took a quilting class once, and she'd always say, just a tish. That was her word. Just a tish, her phrase. All right. Beauteous. All right, we just got a few more. We're getting down. We're getting down. Oh, Charlie's Place Designs. Don't let me fool you, friend. It's the fact that I just told you I have 40 pounds that I should not have on my body, and I need to. It needs to go away. I had a hysterectomy in June, and I just graduated from physical therapy, and she got me from I could walk about 10 minutes without pain when I started physical therapy in August, and I'm up to an hour, which I'm very proud about. I think on this one, there's two of them, so I better not put I can and I will, although I really love this. There's two of them, so maybe they're not saying I can and I will. She got me up to an hour of walking, but I have to do it regularly if I'm going to. I have to persist if I'm going to drop the pounds, right? So I gotta be brave and deal with the weather. We're going to use all the phrases today to motivation ourselves into walking. Oh my gosh. I actually, normally I would say like that should get filled with something, but I think because it's very plain up there, it actually gives more of a spotlight on the things that are on the page. It's actually a little more, oh, I love that one. Oh, look at that one. So pretty. All right, I have lots and lots of papers just kind of out and about. So we're gonna get these off the table. They're driving me crazy. Driving me a little bit crazy. All right. Three more, girls. We're down to three. We're down to three. Hey, Jaslyn. Is it Jaslyn? Did I say it right? B Betsy. Hello, hello. C&G Designs. Thanks for saying hello. I appreciate you. Hey, Thrifty Dragonfly. Oh my gosh, you guys have some really cool names. All right. This color seems to match this one real well. So let's do it. Walking on air in seventh heaven. Love, grace, and gratitude. Let's see. Sometimes they just pop like, okay, that's the one I'm going to use. And sometimes it takes it takes a minute. It takes a hot minute for Gracie to find what she wants. I do have a few shows coming up. I have a secret chalk couture show coming up because I am a chalk couture designer and I cannot sell those things in public. So if you want the link to my secret whatnot show coming up just for chalk couture stuff, it's like my own stash. Most of it is new. Some of it's used, but most of it's new. Please message me maybe, and I can send you the link to my whatnot show that's coming up this week. That is private for chalk couture items. And I have other shows coming up too. So please bookmark. I had lost my train of thought there for a minute. Please bookmark. Please bookmark what I got going on. Okay, this has no more phrases on it, but it will not get thrown out. I'm going to put it in my paper scraps because it's beautiful paper and we'll not just waste it. We will not just waste it. I mean, I can and I will, but I guess they're both saying I can and I will. She can and she will. We can and we will. I like the color on there, that paper. One more and we're done. And then I will do like a flip through and show them all to you. Okay, this one's going to need a little. So let's find that little thing of stickers. We got to go with the little one. And I do think I will like the white background with this. And Be True to You, immediately I saw that one, and I think that needs to be there. Now, these, for some reason, they have a lot more white on one side than the other, so I've been clipping them down. I like the words sometimes tighter than that. Oh, look at all the stickies on my scissors. I'll have to deal with that later, I guess. Ugh. These are incredibly sticky. Be True to You. All right, let me show you what we made. Let me show you what we did today. I was on Facebook for an hour from 10 to 11. And then I came over here for, how long has it been? Oh my gosh, more than an hour. It's been fun though. Look at all I got done. Hold on. We're going to do a little cleanup so you can actually see what I'm doing. And then I will show you all the ones that we did. If anybody is interested in these, I certainly can run these right now. I would do them like a half a dozen, maybe. All right, here we go. 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 Let's lay them out and see what we got. Wait, first of all, I should probably put the cover on my glue so we don't ruin the glue. Put the glues away. I'm trying to make it so that you can see this better. All right, we're laying them out. It's so hard on Whatnot because it's long and skinny. There's just not a lot of room to see what's, I don't like it. It makes it very challenging. Oh my gosh, I love that one. Find pure joy. Cute. Minerva's Touch. Hello, hello. Yeah, we've been creating, girl. We've been creating. We've been collaging. We've been paper crafting. Look at them all. And so these are the ones we just did here now. And then when I was on Facebook, we did these ones. So there are a lot of them. And I generally make these as they're like little gift inserts in the orders for my website, thecomfynestwithgrace.com. But I just asked the girls, like, would you guys be interested in these in my auctions? And the girl said yes. So there's that. I really was planning just to make these today, and maybe I'll just include them in the lineup my next auction. It is nice. Yeah, you can always rewatch. Thank you for mentioning that. You can always rewatch on Facebook and YouTube. So my Facebook Live would have been the last thing that's on my page on the Comfy Nest with Grace at Facebook. And if you're not on my Telegram channel, please get on my Telegram channel because that's where I do all my live notifications for every social media. So look at them all. We made a bunch. So I made 13 earlier. My goal was to make about 30, and I think I just about got there. They're so fun. So fun. Let's see. Did somebody ask a question? I got to go back. I was wondering if I could sell my old transfers on here. Yes, if you're not a designer, you can. But if you are still a designer, it's not allowed. Yes, it's scrap cardstock for the cards. I just take leftover pieces of paper and cut them down to size, or sometimes they are already at that size. And some of them are plain. Some of them have patterns on them. Like this one was Christmas paper. We covered that one up. So I just take these scrap pieces of cardstock and then scrap pieces of paper and collage, and then we add focal points and words to make all these notes. You got a new hit for Christmas, Charlie's Place Designs. Oh gosh, it's hard to recover when you're a middle-aged lady. So blessings to you, my friend, on that. Any of you. I mean, sometimes it's hard to overcome those physical things. I want to be healthy. I want to be vibrant and healthy and able-bodied to do things. especially as I get older. But it's, gosh, age matters. I don't recover like I did in my 30s and 40s. All right, ladies. Hey, Bar Diana, how are you? Two Chihuahuas is here. Thanks for being here, you guys. All right, go bookmark my shows. This was a crafty, fun day. Some of these may end up in one of my upcoming. I'm gonna have a I have the Chocatora one, which is private, but then I have, we just did two stencils galore sales, but I'm going to have just general craft supplies and home decor coming up too. So go ahead and get those bookmarked. You guys have a beautiful, blessed day. I hope all is good. I'll catch you next time. Oh, should we raid somebody? How many of us are here? 14 of us. Hang tight. Let's raid somebody because it's super fun and it's just a nice thing to do. Hold on. I'm going to get you off this for a second. Let me find somebody to raid because it's so kind. Even if you just go in and say hello to them, it's just so nice to do that for someone. All right, Stoke Harem was just here, Vintage Decor. We're going to go in there. She has 6 people with her. We're going to head over there and at least say hello, please. Let her know. This is the way you can let her know that you came from the Comfy Nest is all those little chicks. That's kind of our emoji, the ones that you see in the comments. So let's go give her some chicks.